Good morning. No, I did not just do my hair. I did it Monday, and it's Thursday morning. And I woke up like this. No joke, I'm bragging about it because it never happens. You guys know if you've watched any of my videos that is always up in some sort of bun. But this is what my hair looks like when it's fixed on Monday. And if I would just do my hair every Monday, which I really need to get better at, I can rock it till Sunday. It doesn't even, because I never touch it, I don't brush it or anything, and it just, like the messier it gets, it seems like the better it looks. It's really weird. So I'm rocking it and I'm bragging on it. I'm gonna own it. I have pretty hair when I decide to do my hair. It doesn't get greasy. It doesn't do any of the normal hair things. I don't know why I don't fix it other than it's 112 degrees outside and I just don't want to. One of the biggest questions I get, this would be a little bit different in the passenger seat, is how in the world are you affording to do this and you don't have a job? I don't come from a wealthy family. I was raised by a single mom. My dad is a welder. Obviously we're way past child support. I am fixing to be 37 years old. I don't borrow money from my parents. I don't have a trust fund. My mom is a secretary, and my husband is not uber wealthy. He has a good job, and he just switched jobs. He has savings and things like that, and retirement and things like that, like normal, responsible people do. I'm very much a YOLO person. So most people are too responsible to live this life. But I've got savings. All my bills are paid. But my budget is what I tell it to be. And I know that's going to blow people's minds because responsible people have a budget, a monthly budget, or every 2-week budget, or however you get paid. They have a budget, and they know this is how much money they spend on groceries. This is how much money we spend on fuel. This is how much money I spend on entertainment and mortgage or rent and electricity. I have never been that way. I am very much if there is a barrel race that I want to go to, that I think I can win enough at to pay my way, or it is going to make me a better competitor, barrel race. But if I don't win, my electric bill doesn't get paid, get those candles ready, baby, because we gonna win. Okay? That is my mentality. It is not for everybody. So my budget is what I tell it to be. Now, all my bills are paid. We have electricity. But when I was younger, and I worked 8 to 5 when I was younger, I was always some sort of secretary of something, right? I worked as an accounts receivable and payable. I worked and did contract for Pioneer in the land department. I have done anything and everything. I loved working for temp agencies full time. I would just work for temp agencies so that I could go and do different things because I get a little bit bored, if you haven't noticed. And so it's better for me to work for a temp agency where they can put me in different positions. But a few times I did roll over, I guess, after that probationary period, and they would offer me a full-time permanent position with the company, and I would take it. And I would work there for years and years and years and years. Well, I say that, years and years and years. It was probably 4 years is probably the longest I worked for anyone, I think, the law firm. And so, good morning. So, my budget was what I told it to be when I was growing up. As long as my horses were fed and I had entry fees and fuel to get there, I didn't care about anything else. I was definitely willing to gamble that I was eating ramen noodles for the rest of those 2 weeks if I didn't place or win money. I think when you are competing to eat or pay the electric bill or pay your truck payment or your rent, you try harder. And that's not me encouraging anybody to go gamble their mortgage and their entire life savings on winning the elite, because I didn't win. I lost a whole bunch. But something that it did teach me was to compete under pressure. a whole bunch of pressure, and it taught me to rough it. I mean, I didn't have a living quarters horse trailer until 4 or 5 months ago. It didn't matter if it was 120 degrees outside or if it was 20 below. I was either sleeping in my truck or crawling up in the gooseneck of my stock type trailer and sleeping in there. So I did without a lot of things so that I could go, and I still do. Not as much anymore, because I think I've built some sort of team, with my horses, where, I might not be in the 1D on Bronson. He's 21 years old, but he's pretty clutch and he's pretty consistent at these local races. And when I really, really need a paycheck to go somewhere else, a lot of times I will take him and see if I can't get in the 3D or something on him. The same with moves. He's really, really consistent in the 3D. That first day you run him, it's almost like a guarantee, like you're going to get a check in the 3D. Spencer, he runs in the top of the 1D, and depending on how big the race is or if there's any sort of bubble there at the top of the 2D, I prefer to keep him for the really big races, because when Spencer pops him, he gets him big, right? So we just got our check in the mail for Money and Beaches. It was over $3,000. It is funding me to go this weekend and probably for the next few, in which I will go to some big ones and try to pop them again before I run out of money, if that makes sense. So I've got money in my savings. I've got some entry fees paid. All my credit cards are paid completely off, and my truck payment, my trailer payment's paid. I am married. That helps when you have someone that is willing to help you. And so that sometimes he may pay the mortgage and the electric and all of that, and we might only have a couple $100 left over for those 2 weeks. So that is on me to get to hustling. And so I tell people I don't run barrels for a living, although I wish I could say that. I think a lot of people wish they could say